Chefs About Town is brought to you in part by Loxton De-Alcoholized Wines, the elegant alternative wine for your non-drinking guests who enjoy the taste of wine. Remember Loxton. By Kelowna Vineyards, wines to share with friends. And by the Granville Island Brewing Company, Canada's first microbrewery. All proud to be sponsors of British Columbia's regional food and wine program, Chefs About Town.
The sweet sounds of Mitch Laser on guitar and James Hill on sax. Thanks, guys. My name is Gary Faessler. Welcome again, and thanks for joining us on that culinary extravaganza I call Chefs About Town. My guests today are Bruno Born. Welcome, Bruno.
Nice being here.
Thanks for being here. And Eric von Krosiek. Now,
nice to see you, Gary.
Nice to see you again. Now, Eric's been on the show a few times before. He's one of my good friends, and from Summerhill Estate Winery. And you drove down from the Okanagan just to be here.
Just to be here, Gary. Drove down yesterday just to be here.
Thanks, that's great. And now, Bruno, for those of you not in the culinary circles, in British Columbia, may not have heard of Bruno, but he is an institution. This guy, you've had some of the best restaurants, been responsible for some of the finest restaurants in Vancouver for many, many, many years. And now you are the.
I'm operating right now the Le Cocteau restaurant, and July 1st, 1994, we will open the new Vancouver-owned and operated luxury hotel, the Wall Center Plaza Hotel.
The Wall Center Plaza,
yeah.
On Burrard Street.
On Burrard Street, yes. And great hotel. It's gonna, just magnificent.
And it's huge.
Yeah, it's going to be the largest hotel in the city.
How many rooms?
They have 400 and something rooms and 230 apartments.
And you're going to be responsible for the entire operation?
Yeah, I'm going to do the
restaurants?
Yeah, I'm going to do the restaurants in there, and personally going to look after...
The bad thing is that Le Cocteau is going to be closing.
No, I don't know yet exactly, but...
yeah, well, perhaps.
But for sure, I'm going to be spending all my time and effort at the hotel.
At the hotel?
Yeah, and it's going to be great,
And what, there's going to be 3 or 4 restaurants, I guess, in the hotel, right?
Yeah, we have 2 restaurants. One going to be a bistro-style restaurant, and then upstairs we're going to have a seafood restaurant.
Oh, that's going to be terrific. And
what with outdoor seating, sitting on Burrard Street, and it's going to be just great. And beautiful glass towers.
And the date again, July
1st, 1994.
July 1st. Yeah. Eric, now you guys know each other for a long time.
Very well, very well. Yeah. Eric bottles champagne for my restaurant, and he's going to also bottle the champagne for the hotel.
When we were tasting, the first time I actually got to chat with you, and I've heard about you for years, first time I got to chat with you a couple of years ago, we were at a tasting, highlighting Eric's Method Champenoise Riesling, and you just were nuts about this wine.
Yeah, it's a great product, for being BC here, that's for sure the best champagne. And
it's 100% Riesling from different vineyards. And
we get a beautiful bottle. And
let's take a look at the bottle. Actually, Eric, would you do us a favor and open up some wine right now so we can get a
nothing I'd rather do.
Okay. So now, tell me, you mentioned that this is going to be a bigger pop maybe than
yeah, it's for sure going to be a bigger pop because there's more pressure.
Don't point that at me, man.
Don't worry about it.
Okay. We've had a few explosions on the show. That's the only reason. Wow. So you did that with a great deal of grace, but the reason being that you don't want to lose a lot of that precious wine.
Yeah, the whole trick to opening a bottle of champagne is not to let the cork go fly unless you really want to enjoy just the pop and have some neighbor you want to kill. But actually just to twist the cork off.
And keep your hand on the cork and twist.
Yeah, that's once you take the wire hood off, that's like your safety catch. So unless you want to shoot out the window, the glasses, the dinner table, keep your hand on it and just twist it off, and no problem, no insurance problems.
Okay, well let's have a taste.
Gladly.
Cause it's thirsty. I'm getting thirsty. The oven's on. We're gonna cook some rabbit.
Yeah,
Right
we're gonna have some rabbit tonight.
We got some nice plump rabbit.
Yeah, and some little fresh vegetables.
Beautiful vegetables.
We're gonna debone the rabbit, and we're gonna stuff it, and then we're gonna roast it up.
Well, I guess we better start deboning the rabbit right away, because
sounds good.
Unfortunately, I yak too much on this show, and then we just don't have time to do the important stuff.
You can buy this rabbit in most of the local butcher shops.
Oh, sure. I mean, down at Granville Island, for example, which is a few minutes away from the studio.
And if you have a problem deboning it, I know for sure that Jackson Meats on 4th Avenue will gladly debone it for you.
Well, isn't it true, though, that some of the... I'll just put this wine here. Is that okay there?
Sure.
Some of the best butchers, I mean, they should debone the rabbit for you if you ask them to.
Sure they will.
And pay them big money. Don't know, debone it. But this is beautiful, fresh rabbit, and is this raised in the Fraser Valley or on the island?
Yeah, it's Fraser Valley.
I mean, where I live, there's lots of wild bunnies bouncing all over the place. But are these these are the cute little rabbits? I can tell just by these are huge, enormous, scary hares, and you should not feel bad about eating these whatsoever. Isn't that true? They have large teeth.
And it's very lean and
killer rabbits.
Killer rabbits.
Killer rabbit.
Yeah.
It's
either them or us.
They're very lean, and it's like between veal and chicken, you know.
Well, as venison is becoming, I think in the 90s, perhaps very slowly, but perhaps becoming instead of eating beef, you eat venison. Now I think this is perhaps replacing chicken and other such fowl. It's very lean.
And you for sure can see it. It's very lean. You know,
it's incredibly lean.
No fat on it whatsoever.
Yeah, that's a beautiful meat. I really enjoy rabbit, especially with red cabbage and raisins. And
no, that's kind of coming from your German background a little bit, maybe.
Well, it comes from my 8-year stay in Germany. Yeah. But
yeah. Where you trained as a vintner?
Yeah, as a winemaker, grape grower.
Right.
Yeah, and we used to eat a lot of rabbit and drink a lot of.
It was a famous school too in Germany, wasn't it?
Yeah, Geisenheim.
Geisenheim, that's right. Okay.
So you have the rabbit, you debone, take the middle bone out, and it gives a great stock.
It's very simple. All you have to do is, we'll give Bruno's phone number later, and you just phone him up and say I have a dinner party, and he'll come over and debone the rabbit for you.
Right on. And you cut off the shoulder part, and you take out the thigh bone, and here we got it, the boneless rabbit.
The flesh does look a lot like chicken, though, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
And
you can see it. It's extremely lean.
Very lean, very healthy. I hate to use the example, but it does taste a little bit like chicken, although it's rabbit has its own flavor. I only say that for those of you who haven't tried rabbit before and are reluctant to try rabbit. It's delicious. It's wonderful, and we're going to prepare it. We're not going to overcook it. We're going to stuff this. What we're going to do is we're going to come back in a few minutes to Bruno, but we have a little bit of film of the... No, I've been saving this film for a long time. I've been meaning to use this for a while, but this is the opening of the winery.
That's right, our grand opening. You came up and filmed.
Grand opening, a grand opening, because
grand opening.
You invited, I don't know, what, 40?
We invited all the major restaurateurs and hoteliers.
40, 50, I can't remember.
We figured it was about 100 on the plane.
Was that 100?
There was 500 there. And we figured if the plane went down, BC would be back to McDonald's for another 10 years.
Well, that's true. I mean, you hired a plane, and they're serving champagne on the way up. So we were a bit loosened up by the time we got to the winery. And
yeah, I heard you were bowling on the way back in the plane. Oh, sorry.
Thanks. We can't edit that out, you know. Anyway, listen. Let you be the judge. We'll give you some a view of this film, and we'll be right back to continue to cook this extraordinary rabbit with Bruno. And check this out. is everyone, all of a sudden you put the camera on and no one wants to talk to you? Ken.
Look, there's Bruno over here.
Ken, I know
Gary,
you.
how are you? Good to see you.
Tell the people who you are.
Ken Brooks at the Beachside Cafe in West Vancouver.
And the phone number?
Time in the Okanagan, 925-1945.
Also get a plug in
Marine Drive.
Okay.
Ambleside.
Having a great time?
Absolutely. This is something that just puts Summerhill right off the bat. A little adventuresome marketing idea. Gets a heck of a lot of people together.
It's a great idea.
I haven't seen this many people at any wine tasting or whatever in ages. Everyone got together at the airport. The airplane trip up here, it was just a great afternoon. And the product is very interesting.
Product is great. 120 of some of the best food and wine people flown up here for the celebratory ribbon cutting of the...
The ribbon cutting, exactly.
Yes.
Great little brunch. There's a table inside the house, scattered with nothing but the finest of dark and white chocolates. And I was there first of all. Yeah. But no, it's just a great afternoon and something, this kind of, it's kind of an idea. And Blowout has been a long time coming up in the Okanagan, and something, get these wines out there. Everybody in BC is starting to understand how great the products are.
It's exciting, isn't it?
Oh, well, with Wine Dine BC in the springtime and this kind of an idea, I think we're bringing the BC wines to the forefront where they deserve to be. The product is there.
Absolutely. Let's see who else we can find.
Great to see you, Gary.
Yeah, you too. It's very busy here. Okay, so here we have some new people, some new faces. What do you think of the wine?
We've enjoyed two different types, the Summerhill and the Sipes. I like the Sipes, a little more bouquet, great flavor, great people. This is just a fabulous promotional event. Obviously, it's an American in attitude because BC people don't think like this. I think they're doing a great job. Really impressed.
Wow, you should have my job. That's great. And your name, please?
Patrick.
Patrick.
With BC Wine Institute and BC Wine and Dine British Columbia. We're just in the process of putting a book together on BC products.
A plug?
On and on. You got to get it in there. Best restaurants, best wineries in British Columbia. It's coming out in May of next year. So
is it going to be a coffee table kind of cookbook?
Large format. Nothing's been done like it in this province before. I think what's happened here today is sort of a good indication of the type of attitude that we want to take in the production of the publication. First class.
Very good. Very good. Well, thank you.
You're welcome. All joking aside, we need the rain for next year to have the grapes so that we'll have another vintage year as we've all tasted this afternoon. And I want to thank the Summerhill Estate Winery for the very fine reception they've given us today, all the food and all of the very exceptional champagne that we've ever been able to taste. So thank you very much. And without further ado, I want to declare this winery open.
Yes, thank you. Anyway, that was a great opening, and it's amazing how articulate those people I was interviewing are, because we actually had a lot of champagne.
Copious amounts.
Yes, it's amazing. And the camera and the lights go on these people, and all of a sudden they go, well, yes, well, actually, this is very wonderful champagne. Anyway, and they're very flattering, and it is wonderful. And as you can see, we're enjoying it now. So,
so Gary, I deboned the
rabbit.
I cut off the shoulder.
Okay.
We put the shoulder meat in the
Cuisinart?
Yeah. A little egg white. Salt and pepper.
No, this is for the stuffing.
For the stuffing, yeah.
Right.
A little butter. A little more butter.
A little more butter.
And blend it up.
Okay, and that's it?
Yeah, that's
quick.
The filling.
All right. Now, just to recap, what's in that filling again? It's just a little bit of the shoulder of the rabbit.
Shoulder of the rabbit,
butter.
Little butter, salt and pepper, and a small egg white.
Okay. And the egg white is to bind it a little bit?
Yep, that's to bind it a little. You put it in the rabbit.
Good. Have you eaten yet? Because I haven't eaten. I'm starving.
I've never
We're
seen.
gonna tuck into this later.
I've never seen rabbit hamburger made before.
The second half on top.
Ah, I see. So the other half.
Yeah, shape it a little.
Yeah.
Go around. And we tie it up.
Wow.
Now we're going to cook this. We have the oven on it at 400 degrees.
400 degrees, and we're going to roast it in the oven.
Now it'll roast for how long?
Around 15 minutes, you know.
Are we going to put something else in the pan? Some
we're going to...
Some champagne, maybe?
We're going to deglaze it after it's roasted with a little champagne, and we have some mirepoix in it. And...
Fantastic. So, Eric, what's next? You're now one of the top vintners in British Columbia.
Well, thanks, Gary.
You are.
If you think so.
You are. It's true. And
well, next actually we're bringing out a Pinot Noir bubbly this year.
oh, great! Because you're renowned for the Riesling, the 100% Riesling. So you're now going to be putting out a Pinot Noir.
Well, we have the classic cuvées too, but they just take a lot longer.
Right.
And the Pinot Noir bubbly will come out this probably end of spring, beginning of summer. And the classic cuvées will come out next year about that time.
Okay, so we better, because these shows are so popular, they air over and over and over again. So this is the end of spring 1994.
End of spring 1994,
summer,
yeah, that's
94,
right. Yeah.
And the Pinot Noir. So are you going to make a blush or it'll be completely white?
No, it's going to be a rosé.
Oh, a little bit of a, you're going to keep the skin with a little bit on it.
Yeah, it's in a clear glass. It's about a raspberry color.
Ooh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, and it would go excellent with that rabbit.
Yes, it would. Yeah, the Pinot Noir. Now, we're producing some really nice Pinot Noir grapes in the Okanagan, which has kind of surprised some of the, what can I say, older,
staunch old diehards that said we could never
well, I
produce a
wasn't
good
going
red
to
in
say staunchy
BC.
old diehards, but yeah, perhaps.
Those guys? Oh yeah, well, I mean, they have to write something, so give it to them. No, the reds are really coming along well.
Yeah, they are.
We make a Pinot Noir. There's a number of Merlots coming out now on the market. There's some really incredible. There's a few. There's some really incredible products coming out.
But the viewers have to be patient because these are small numbers of wine, volume of wine, and it gets bought up real quick, the really good stuff. Now, okay, we dusted this in flour.
Yeah, we dusted it in flour.
A little oil and butter in the pan.
Yep. And we're just going to seal it a little bit.
With some root vegetables, little onion and carrot.
Yeah, just simple, you know. And we're going to, we want to have the onions and the carrots a little caramelized.
Right.
And then we put it in the oven, and afterwards we're going to add a little champagne and a little whipped cream, and that's all we need for our sauce.
Oh, wow. Mark, how are we doing? My floor director, Mark.
Got about 2 minutes.
2 minutes? Okay, great. So we just want to sear this. Now, why do we sear something like this? To keep
because we want
the juices in?
Yeah, we don't want it to boil too much, you know.
Yeah. So in searing the rabbit, you keep the juices in so that it'll be succulent.
Yeah, very succulent. That's what we hope for.
Well, this is going to be fantastic.
And then we go and...
You want to do that now?
Yeah, maybe it's just... we have the oven at
very hot oven
at
400 degrees.
400. Yeah, we can turn it up a little bit. 450. And
okay, great. Now, what about the vegetables?
We're gonna have the vegetables. Yeah, we're gonna saute them up and.
Okay, listen. We're gonna take a short break, and then we're gonna come back. We're gonna saute the vegetables, bring the rabbit out, plate that, drink some champagne.
And,
that'll be great.
Finish the sauce.
Let's finish the sauce, and we'll be right back.
Kitchen facilities for chefs about town provided by the De Bruyne French Culinary School. To train for a career in the food industry is to invest in your future. The Adami cookware and Gold Hamster first-class knives used on the show are supplied by W.H. Puttyfoot Limited, Kerrisdale, and W.H. Puttyfoot Limited Restaurant and Hotel Division.
All right. Now, is a wabbit ready?
Yeah,
the
rabbit is ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, as a ton of heat hits me in the face. Great.
So does this dish have a name?
Yeah, it's we call it Ballotine of rabbit, and
why is that Valentine? Is that?
That's French for rolled and stuffed.
Okay, perfect.
And now we're gonna make a little sauce with it.
Deglazing. The deglazing.
The deglazing?
Oh,
very little champagne for our...
So just a little bottle here.
And
family pack.
Gonna let the rabbit rest and a little cream. That's a very easy sauce to do at home.
Right. We let the rabbit rest because it's had a hard time in all that heat. We just want the juices to not run out right away when we cut it, right?
Yeah, and we add a little Dijon mustard.
Okay, a little bit more cream.
A little more cream.
A little more bubbly?
Yeah, a little bit more bubbly because this is a spa cuisine show.
Yeah, there's not
healthy, light.
Thank you.
We watch our calories here on Chefs About Town. Oh, we don't care. It's just, this is bistro food.
That's bistro food,
it's
yeah.
Bistro. It's cream. It's a little butter. Champagne.
Champagne Dijon sauce.
Yeah.
And we let it reduce a little bit.
And we taste it. Yeah. It's delicious. It is delicious.
Yeah, it's
it is
beautiful.
good.
Maybe it's a little touch of salt. And for the rabbit, we're going to serve it today with a little vegetables.
Can we put this fire on?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we have a little butter in here and sugar. And we're just going to glaze up the veg. While we reduce...
just a little water, butter, and sugar?
Yeah.
Okay. And we just
why
let
the sugar?
sponge.
Oh, the sugar gives it a little sweetness and glazes them and gives it a shine.
Oh, I see. You have to come on every show now.
Hey, well, I don't know why.
Every show and ask
put
these
sugar on my
questions.
vegetables.
Yeah. No, actually, it's good to let it boil. Any cream sauces to let it reduce at a boil, and that gives you the consistency.
Yeah.
How is that? You couldn't boil cream, though. Doesn't it separate at some point? Or?
So and
only if you boil the cream, it separates only when you add something or let it cool down. Or
take the strings off the rabbit and.
Oh, you gotta take the strings off the cream. That's a trick.
Take the strings off the cream. That's it. Actually, those strings probably taste pretty good by now.
Yeah. And we slice it.
No, Bruno, when does cream, like, I always cook with cream, it always seems to...
Separate?
Yeah.
Well, it's a little too thick.
Where's my towel?
This is just perfect right now. Wow. So you cut like half-inch slices.
Gotta cool my hand on the champagne. These are beautiful pots and pans, but they are, I keep forgetting, the brass handles do get hot, so you have to use a towel. You don't need a towel anyway. Your hands are so calloused and burned and cut, and you don't feel anything probably anymore. Beautiful.
A little, little bit of champagne.
A little bit more champagne. When do you know? So we cooked this roasted rabbit for
25 minutes.
No,
and,
but everyone at home has a different oven. The heat's a little different. Is there any test to know that you haven't overcooked it?
You can feel it, you know, when it's tightening tightening up.
It should still give, right?
Yeah, it should still give. Yeah.
If it's hard, then it's really overcooked.
Yeah.
So it should still give. So it's a hint anyway.
So where'd you learn to do all this, Bruno?
I'm doing it for quite some time, and
well, how many years? You can't remember how many
20
years?
years or something like that.
Yeah.
Too much heat.
Yeah, and
tell me about the focus of the bistro restaurant in the new hotel.
yeah, we're going to do downstairs a contemporary or little modern bistro, and then upstairs with outdoor seating on Barrot, and then
Oh, that'll be nice.
yeah, and upstairs we're going to have a seafood restaurant, which we're going to specialize on seafood and the local cuisine.
So that's 3 restaurants.
Yeah, 2 restaurants.
2?
Yeah. Anyway, that's our rabbit for today.
No, we have to put this over here so we can get a good shot of it. The asparagus smell, the greens really, the color really came up.
And then always a little greens, you know,
Beautiful.
makes everybody happy.
Now, we get a good, loving close-up shot. Now, what do you call this again?
Ballantine of rabbit.
Ballantine of rabbit.
With fresh garden vegetables and with an easy sauce to do at home. And
can you get a good shot of that? Mark, is that a good shot? Good. Well, listen, this is absolutely wonderful. Let's try it. I mean, really, the whole thing is the proof is in the eating. It looks wonderful.
Yeah, it is.
We'll see. And why don't you grab a knife and fork? Let's get this closer.
We always serve this dish for.
What's that?
It's one of the specialties in the restaurant for last couple of years, and.
Wow.
That's really good.
He's hired.
It's very good.
Want to cook in my place?
That's delicious.
Yeah,
no,
and
again. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, this is one of the dishes we're going to feature in that new hotel.
At the new hotel, the Wall Center Plaza Hotel.
Yeah, and it's going to be.
You must be really.
Yeah, we're very excited.
You must be very excited. I mean, this is a big deal. It's
a huge project.
Huge project.
Yeah, and it's going to be for sure great for the city and great hotel.
Well, thank you for joining
us
on Chefs About Town. Bruno Born, the Wall Center Plaza Hotel. Look for it, July 1st, right?
July 1st.
And until then, I mean, he'll be at Le Coq d'Or.
Le Coq d'Or, yeah.
On Broadway.
Yep.
In Vancouver. My other guest has been Eric von Krosiek from Summerhill Estate Winery.
Summerhill Estate Winery.
It's been a long day.
Some are red and some are white.
Some are red, some are white. The wine master from Summerhill. My name is Gary Faessler for Chefs About Town. Until we see you next time, please enjoy yourselves. Eat lots of bunny and drink some champs, and we'll see you next time on A Taste of BC. And until then, swing us out, guys.
Chefs About Town is brought to you in part by Loxton De-Alcoholized Wines, the elegant alternative wine for your non-drinking guests who enjoy the taste of wine. Remember Loxton. By Kelowna Vineyards, wines to share with friends. And by the Granville Island Brewing Company, Canada's first microbrewery. All proud to be sponsors of British Columbia's regional food and wine program, Chefs About Town.
Chefs About Town, British Columbia's first regional food and wine series, is now available on 5 VHS video cassettes. Each tape consists of 2 selected 30-minute programs and easy-to-follow recipe cards for only $16 plus tax. The Chefs About Town video library can be purchased at the following locations: